Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It is Tuesday, the 20th day of November. It's National Peanut Butter Fudge Day. That sounds kind of good. And National Absurdity Day. That sounds absurd. I got a quote for today as well. It says, "It's irreverence, foolish confidence, and naivety combined with persistence, open-mindedness, and continual ability to learn that created Facebook, Google, Yahoo, eBay, Microsoft, Apple, Juniper, AOL, Sun Microsystems, and others." Vinod Kailash says that. And
I don't know who that is.
it's a bright mind. Speaking of bright minds, we've got Tuesdays with Charlie coming up. I always try to find a good segue there, so that worked out. Now, for those of you that never had a chance to listen at that time during the program.
Oh, you are missing out.
Yeah, we visit with Heidi's dad. We do that every Tuesday, and it's always just silliness. So I'm excited for Tuesdays with Charlie coming your way on this Tuesday edition of the John and Heidi Show. Thanks for joining us.
Want to honor a veteran? Consider giving to Veterans Tickets Foundation, a national nonprofit who supports our currently serving military, veterans, and family members of those we've lost in action by providing them with free tickets to sporting events, concerts, performing arts, and family activities. VetTix is dedicated to giving back to those who gave us so much. Learn how you can help at vettix.org. VetTix.org.
Time now for Is It a Golf Course or Is It a Rehab Center? Heidi, tell me, Belmont Hills in Bermuda, is that a golf course or a rehab center?
Rehab center?
No.
Ah.
It's a golf course. You should have thought with the hills, you know.
Well, it could be.
Yeah, it could go either way.
Yeah.
All of these really could. That's why this whole program exists. I mean, if it was just, you know, simple and easy, this wouldn't even be a fun game. But it's fun because there's so many times they sound the same. Belmont Hills, Bermuda is a golf course. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. We're getting to the time of year where we start planning for holiday parties and other events that often include alcohol. I encourage you to have some alcohol-free options as well. And if you are drinking, be sure to have a designated driver. If you or someone you know has a problem with drugs or alcohol, there is help. Timeforrehab.com would love to connect you with someone who can be there for you or that loved one. If you feel like it's time to finally get the help you need, we're here for you. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com. And this is your brain on drugs. Custom agents inspecting cargo shipments at a Texas airport said they found 66.3 pounds of meth hidden in some canned foods. It says here they were inspecting canned food items from Mexico, and they discovered a can of tomato puree that had an irregular weight distribution. The can was opened, a liquid substance that started crystallizing inside tested positive for methamphetamines.
Wow.
More meth found inside of other cans. Hominy and mole, whatever that is, 66.3 pounds in total, $225,000 worth of meth.
Whoa.
It says here, the particular seizure illustrates how well-trained, experienced, and committed to our mission at CBP agricultural specialists are. So the people that, you know, how would you know how much a can of tomato puree is supposed to weigh?
Right.
But they said, this seems irregular to me. So somebody trying to smuggle in the drugs, and that is what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen. I should have actually shared this back before Election Day. I think that's when this was created, but I just found it the other day, and I thought it was really funny. Ryan Reynolds has released a mock campaign ad attacking Hugh Jackman.
I saw this.
In his film, The Greatest Showman.
It's adorable.
Well, here's the thing. Ryan Reynolds, I think, is just...
Ryan is hilarious.
He's got such a great sense of humor.
He does.
And he, you know, he's a very attractive, you know, leading man in Hollywood. And he could be kind of a snobby guy if he wanted to. He could snub people, but he doesn't. He's a fun dude.
Yeah.
He's a really fun dude. And this is the latest project that he put together. I've got a link to it in the show notes, and it's definitely worth a click. Star Wars director J.J. Abrams is asking Hollywood studios for $500 million mega deal so he could direct more sci-fi movies. So not necessarily all, you know, to do with Star Wars, but he's going, hey, I got other sci-fi ideas.
Okay.
So that'd be kind of interesting. And Gwyneth Paltrow announced her Goop website may be turned into a TV show. So not exactly sure how that would work, but there you go. It's in the news. This has been Big Screen, Little Screen. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Every day, approximately 23 U.S. military veterans take their own lives. Big Paws Canine Foundation is helping to decrease that number, providing service and companion dogs to our disabled veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Partnering a hero with a specifically trained dog significantly reduces the incidence of suicide, and your support makes all the difference. Find out how you can help our American heroes. Join the pack at BigPawsCanine.com.
Now your scoop of the day brought to you by FreshPatch.com, promo code radio. A shocking new report says the CIA considered using truth serum on terror suspects days after 9/11. I didn't know that was even really a thing. I thought that was
just in the movies, yeah.
Apparently it's a real thing. Truth serum.
If we've got it, use it.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know it was I thought it was. Did you know, or am I
had no idea.
Yeah, I thought it was just in the movies. WAYMO is getting ready to launch a fleet of self-driving taxis. And I don't know if they say Waymo or Whammo. Self-driving taxis? Whammo?
I would not get in a self-driving taxi.
I think it's a bad idea. There was a self-driving bus out in Las Vegas. They did a big press conference to show how safe and easy these things are. And during the press conference, it ran into a truck.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I don't know that we're ready for that. I just don't know. I don't know. Maybe we are. Maybe we are far more ready than I realize, but I just don't know. A survey by Credit Suisse found the United States added 878,000 millionaires in the last year. So 878,000 people became millionaires in the last year. Are we on that list? No?
No, not yet.
I didn't think so either. Just wanted to check. Thought
Just
maybe
a few zeros short.
You're the one that covers all the bills around here. I thought maybe you were holding out on me. I didn't know.
No, not yet. We're close.
She's my wife, by the way, for those of you that don't know that. A new study found that the average person checks their cell phone 52 times per day. I think Heidi does it during this show 152 times.
I do
Where is your
not.
phone?
It's over here.
Is it? Oh, it's hiding from me? Every once in a while, it'll go off during the show. She just loses interest in what we're doing here for a little bit. Just a little bit. A study published by the Journal of Evolutionary Biology found that men with beards are considered to be more attractive. Huh?
I completely disagree with that.
You do?
I do.
Should I get rid of this beard?
Maybe more attractive to each other.
I don't know about that.
I know a lot of women who are like, I do not like facial hair, so I don't know how that can even be a
honestly,
thing.
I think a lot of it has to do with if it's well kept and like the length of the beard. Because, like a little bit of a beard, I think is ruggedly handsome, and then a little too much beard is
just
like
a tiny
wizard.
bit of scruff is kind of nice, but not a beard.
I don't know. Again, to each their own. I've got a link to the story if you want to read all the details. Let's keep moving. A Texas woman celebrated her divorce by exploding her dress in a video that's gone viral. Did you see this?
No.
It's like a week ago. It was making the rounds. She used 20 pounds of explosives that she got from I don't know where, probably on the internet, and then shot it with a gun from 100 yards away. The stunt cost over $2,000 to explode her wedding dress. And that was just for the explosives. Then you've got the cost of the wedding dress in there, too. So let's just say she wasn't thrilled, apparently, that she was getting divorced. I don't know exactly what happened. It's a good thing that she was shooting the wedding dress and not the husband. It's a good thing. And our final story, 3 commercial airline pilots spotted a UFO over the airport in Ireland, the Shannon Airport. Aviation officials are investigating. I always fascinated by this topic. Heidi, do you believe in UFOs? Is that something that you think is out there, or what do you think?
That's not something I really buy into a whole lot.
I think that there are, and I don't know that I've ever seen. There are times that I thought I have.
Every time you thought you have, you're like, oh my gosh, is that a UFO? And it's like, no, that's a blimp.
Yeah, there was one time it was a weather balloon. I called her. I drove like 20 miles out of my way. It's like, there's something hovering. I got to go see what it is. And I get up there, and it was just a weather balloon that was tethered. It was like a blimp looking thing that they were a factory that builds them. So I'm like, oh well, now I feel like an idiot. Another time
was a flock of birds.
No, it was I thought there was like a UFO that had landed. It was a tractor in a field.
Yeah,
but there were all these lights coming. I was driving
all
at night.
Excited.
It's like, oh, what is that? There's some lights in this field. And I turn to go like a mile out of my way, and I get over there and I'm like, oh, it's a tractor in a field. Who would have thought? All right. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Are you trying to find the perfect gift for someone with a good sense of humor? FunkyMonkeyShirts.com has a good selection of funny t-shirts and more. Some with Christmas themes. One that even replaces the ugly Christmas sweater for your next party. Find some silly shirts at funkymonkeyshirts.com. Also, learn how you can sell your own designs to make some extra Christmas cash. There's a link at the bottom of the page at funkymonkeyshirts.com. funkymonkeyshirts.com. That's funkymonkeyshirts.com.
And it's time right now for my favorite program, something we do every Tuesday just because we can. We pick up the phone, we call my father-in-law for a little program we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
Charlie.
Tuesdays with Charlie on the John and Heidi Show.
Well, what kind of cool stuff are we going to learn about right now?
Hey, let's talk north, like Antarctica.
All right.
Okay.
You know it's cold up there.
Yes, it is.
You know that you cannot work in Antarctica unless your wisdom teeth and appendix are removed.
What?
That's kind of weird.
Well, it's cold up there.
What does that have to do with
I think it's actually down there. Antarctica is on the bottom. It's south.
Well, it's still cold up there. Down there, up there, wherever.
It works for me.
It's cold. Hold them wisdom teeth, too.
I suppose.
What does that have to do with
I suppose they don't want you to
your
have,
wisdom teeth?
an illness like your appendix, and then people can get sick from like having dental issues with their wisdom teeth. So that makes sense.
Maybe they don't have no place to take you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There is no acute clinic there, I'm assuming.
Hey, if you go down there, it's your problem.
There you go.
Hey, then, did you know that around 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when the greatest proportion of the world is sleeping?
5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. People in other countries on the other side of the world is probably what they're talking about.
It's like 55 to 60% of everybody sleeping.
Huh. Well, now we
That
know.
probably counts naps and everything.
Naps are always nice.
Hey, then, a guy by the name of Adolf Fink, the inventor of the contact lenses,
Yeah.
got the idea from popcorn kernels stuck in his teeth. What the?
Huh.
Really?
How did he?
What would
Hey,
that?
I got some popcorn stuck in my teeth. Let's get some contact lenses.
Well,
How on earth would you?
probably like the kernel thing. It was
How would
just,
you come to that conclusion?
he probably thought, hey, I could that kernel is stuck to my teeth. I could stick something to my eye the same way.
Hey, if I stuck something in my eye and looked in the mirror, maybe I could see that kernel stuck in there. That's the dumbest thing I've come up with yet.
You're gonna have to talk to your staff.
I don't know. The chicken contacts were a little more.
They were true, though.
Yeah, they were.
Somebody's getting fired over this thing. I'm telling you that right now.
No Christmas bonuses now.
That's right. Hey, then I got one last thing here for you.
All right, what's that?
I'm trying to read this here. Eggs boiled in the urine of young virgin boys are a spring delicacy in Dongyang, China.
Ew.
Well, remind me to never go there.
Don't eat no boiled eggs.
I don't understand why. How would you even discover that that's a delicacy?
Well, they got some young guys in there, and there's all peeing in something, boiled some eggs, and said, hey, let's eat these.
I just don't understand why anybody would want to try it.
No.
All right.
No.
Not good. Hey, Charlie, you ready for a question?
I'm ready.
All right.
I got it.
What you just got to guess a number. What % of Americans are willing to wear clothing until they're worn out?
Oh, 65%.
Wow, you're close. 73%. You're close, though. You're real close.
Yeah,
So
I wear stuff and
73% of Americans are willing to wear clothing until the clothing are worn out. A poll conducted by Lewis, Harris, and Associates also revealed 92% are willing to eliminate annual model changes in automobiles. 57% are willing to see a national policy that would make it cheaper to live in multiple unit apartments than single-family homes. And 91% are willing to eat more vegetables and less meat for protein.
Oh,
So, there you go.
yeah, that's ridiculous.
I'm not exactly sure why they had those particular questions on that survey, but there they are.
Now we know.
Who brought that question up?
Yeah, I didn't have a good one, so I found one for you.
Good job.
Oh, the
honey.
meat part.
Yeah, the meat. Yeah, 91% are willing to eat more vegetables and less meat.
91.
Yeah.
That is a ridiculous number.
Well,
There's no
They ought to
way.
shoot about 80 of them, then they get back to normal.
There's no way that is accurate.
So neither one of you are okay with eating more veggies and less meat?
No, that is did they do that at like a farmer's market or something? Where on earth did they do that survey? There's
You
no
better
way.
check with your staff on that one.
Yeah. Everybody's
Fire
in trouble.
somebody.
Everybody's in trouble this week, Charlie. Well, we will see you on Thanksgiving Day, won't we?
I might get there.
All right. Well, we look forward to seeing you.
Okay.
Bye, Daddy.
Bye, Fluff. Bye, John.
Bye-bye. My father-in-law right there, we talk to him every Tuesday just because we can with a little program we like to call Tuesdays with Charlie.
John and Heidi.
If you want to grow your business, you can add more customers or sell more stuff to your current customers or a combination of both. There's no other way to grow your business. Just those two. Add more customers or sell more stuff to your current customers. And if you already have a relationship with your customers and you have their email address, you can reach out to them with special offers to easily grow your sales and you'll make your customers even happier. Let the experts at Constant Contact help. Get a free trial now. Text Radio Trial to number 22828. That's Radio Trial, all one word, to number 22828.
John and Heidi.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
She Sells Seashells by the Seashore was actually written about an actual person. Her name, Mary Anning. So, she sells seashells by the seashore was actually a real person that was doing that. So,
Okay.
Interesting stuff. Now you know. Thanks for listening to a very fun fact on the John and Heidi Show.
FreshPatch.com is making dogs like me happy. They send out real grass pads for us to use indoors. Now when it's cold outside, I can go inside. And when I've used up the real grass patch, the mailman brings me a new Fresh Patch. It's the best idea since doggy treats. Convince your mommy to try it today. I suggest you try Puppy Dog Eyes. FreshPatch.com. Use promo code RADIO to save 10%. That's FreshPatch.com, promo code RADIO.
Time now for a weird word for today. It is a noun. It's bruxism. What do you think bruxism means, Heidi?
I honestly could not tell you.
Bruxism. Bruxism. Involuntary and habitual grinding of your teeth. Bruxism. The habit of unconsciously gritting or grinding your teeth, especially in situations of stress or during deep sleep. Bruxism.
I do that.
I know you do. That's why I was pointing at you. Mm-hmm. That doesn't really translate to the radio well, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Pointing.
I do that.
Nodding.
It's gotten better, but for a couple of years there, I was doing that every night.
You had to wear a mouth guard even. Wake up in the morning, I'm looked like I was laying next to a professional boxer. Did you get knocked out? It's okay, champ. You're going to be fine. Ding, ding.
Yeah, I would wake up, my jaw would just be killing me because I would grind my teeth all night long.
So, and you don't do that as much. I wonder if the mouthpiece helped.
I don't do it as much, but every once in a while I'll wake up and my mouth hurts, and then that night I'll wear my mouth guard again.
See, there you go. Bruxism, today's grandiloquent weird word.
Want to honor a veteran? Consider giving to Veterans Tickets Foundation, a national nonprofit who supports our currently serving military, veterans, and family members of those we've lost in action by providing them with free tickets to sporting events, concerts, performing arts, and family activities. VetTix is dedicated to giving back to those who gave us so much. Learn how you can help at vettix.org. VetTix.org.
Now some weird news for you on this Tuesday. A 30-year-old man is facing felony charges after flying into a rage while playing a video game and firing more than a dozen rounds from two different guns into the ceiling and walls of his bedroom.
Whoa.
Yeah. One of the bullets struck a house directly across the street where a family of three was home.
Oh, my gosh.
It says they found a round lodged between a window and a shutter. Nobody inside the home was injured, thank goodness. Casey L. Jones, charged with 4 counts of reckless endangerment involving a deadly weapon following the incident. This happened at 1:37 a.m. It says here, a woman in the home with Jones told Knox County Sheriff deputies that there was no trouble before Jones erupted. So, what was this? Because of a video game?
Wow.
He flew into a rage. I was looking to see.
Yeah, I think it said
while
video
playing
game.
a video game. So
That's ridiculous.
shot off real guns. Yeah, that's a bad idea. You might want to just, calm down a bit.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.
John and Heidi.
Now your moment of duh. I cannot believe this even happened. A Florida surgeon removed a woman's healthy kidney while she was undergoing a back surgery because the doctor thought this vital organ was a tumor. What? Yeah. This happened, it says here, last week. 2 surgeons were being sued for malpractice, responsible for cutting open a woman in 2016. The surgeons performed a back operation. While they were doing this, says she didn't get a say in the removal. The lawsuit was settled, and the blame lies with the medical center, which didn't tell the client that she had a pelvic kidney. So I guess her kidney was in a different spot, like it had moved back.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like they were. So I can see where there could be some confusion, but you'd think if they're going in to do surgery right around this kidney that's in that spot, if they knew that it was there, you'd think they would have told them too. But what a weird story. You'd ask questions next time. Hey, this thing looks like a kidney.
Okay, but if it was where it wasn't supposed to be, it might have been causing her pain, and they
don't know.
took it out.
I don't know. It's just a weird story. It's today's Moment of Duh.
Every day, approximately 23 U.S. military veterans take their own lives. Big Paws Canine Foundation is helping to decrease that number, providing service and companion dogs to our disabled veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Partnering a hero with a specifically trained dog significantly reduces the incidence of suicide, and your support makes all the difference. Find out how you can help our American heroes. Join the pack at BigPawsCanine.com.
Now, fake news or Florida? Heidi, tell me, is this a true story that happened in the great state of Florida, or is this fake news made up just to amuse us? A West Palm Beach man caught a 17-foot, 120-pound python with his bare hands after seeing it on the side of the road. Fake news or Florida?
Florida.
Well, let me tell you what, Heidi. It is a true story. It was from Florida. And that is a crazy man. Can you imagine stopping and grabbing a 17-foot snake?
Why would you? I mean, if you're in a car and you're safe, keep on driving.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he thought, hey, I'm going to add that to my collection of amazing things I found on the side of the road. I'm not really sure. But it is a true story, and we have some good news coming your way.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show. This story, I think, is a really cool story. Now, first of all, if you've never lost a dog before, or a cat, or a pet of any kind, you might not be able to relate as much. But Heidi, have you ever lost a pet, like had a dog that ran off and you were looking for them?
No.
I have. And when your pet is missing, that's a tough time for anybody. But take a listen to this story. I think
My dogs love me, so they never wanted to run away.
Well, I had a dog that was a rescue dog that I adopted him, and then I found out the very first day I had him why he was where he was. I let him outside, and he just took off running. He's like, I'm free! So, man reads about an alleged dog napping right as somebody drives up with the famous missing pup. I think this is so cool. The internet had been on red alert. A famous kiteboarding dog went missing. Zeus, a 7-year-old Jack Russell Terrier, has made somewhat of a name for himself. His 16-year-old owner started posting videos of the dog kiteboarding on social media. And Cameron, who will compete on Team USA 2020 Olympics, not the dog, the person that owns the dog, says there was an event. Anyway, they thought the dog had been stolen. He was allegedly stolen by an older man in a green sedan. Meanwhile, Michael Camacho, an electrician's apprentice, had just finished studying, and he saw this news story on his social media feed about a missing dog. Intrigued by the story, he started reading, continued through the article, and thought, you know what? That looks just like this man in a gray sedan, and it looks just like that Jack Russell Terrier with a spot over his eye. He snapped a photo of the pup, and he sent it to the phone number. They didn't know whether the man was armed and dangerous. Police had no clue what was going on exactly. But he says, I believe that dog isn't yours. I'm on the phone with the owner right now. He actually approached the man who had the dog. After some discussion with the man, he said he thought the dog was lost, walked up to the sedan and called Zeus by name. 7-year-old pup answered dutifully and ran over. So he's saying, I just found the dog. I'm trying to help. Anyway, they said, we're completely exhausted yet elated. We're still pinching ourselves to see that if we're not dreaming. So, interesting story of how this dog got home. I don't know exactly what was going on there, but it says, we are fortunate that Mr. Miguel was there and willing to put himself in possible danger to get our dog
Right.
back.
Yeah, you don't know who you're
Yeah, you
confronting.
have no idea. But I'm glad it ended well, and what a crazy story. I've lost a puppy dog before where when your best friend, when your old puppy's missing, I can understand where you'd be worried. So I'm really glad that they got him back. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.